Alright, there we go. Alright. MBTL commentary spark notes system mechanic breakdown. Reverse beat. Doing a chain consisting of a strong button into a lighter button. 2C into 2A, for example. Backdashes have invul. Depends on character. Some are better than others. Ground normals are air unblockable. If the normal leaves the ground, it is air unblockable. It is air blockable, excuse me. CL 6C, PCL 3B, Dantes 4C, Roas 6C, etc. Only exception to this rule is Dan 6C since the attack is a projectile, yes. There's throw invul and wake up, 7 frames, can't meaty throw like in Street Fighter 6. Moondrive has strike invul, has 2 frames of recovery. Has strike invul? I feel like it has invul something else. Not throw invul, yeah, you can meaty throw, yeah. Because it creates a mind game where if the opponent tries to call out your Moondrive, but you block, they whiff the throw and you get your turn, yeah. Gives you passive meter gain, makes Moon skill 1 frame faster, gives characters a 3rd jump and a 2nd air dash. Alp gets 4 and 3. Makes most Moon skills have clash. You need 50% Moon gauge to activate. Doing a full Moon gauge makes the timer really long. Using less than 100 gives you a short timer. No distinction between activating at 90 versus 50. Moon charge exchanges health for meter. The opponent is in Moon drive, charging will decrease their meter. Heat, invul, unblockable, needs 1 bar minimum. Loses to anti-shield OS, 5A, 5AD. Okay. But if you hold it, it will beat that option select. Yep. If you charge it, you can only stand shield. Other common answers are safe jumping into backdash or 5A into Moon drive. How does armor work in this game? When the character with an armored move install is hit, they will receive some hit stop, but their moves will be uninterrupted. Even though the armor's user is getting hit, the opponent cannot jump cancel their moves. Armor will break if the user gets hit by shield follow-ups, EX moves, throws, heat. Counter versus Fatal. Fatal increases damage and makes the opponent unable to attack until they touch the ground. The opponent loses 1 Moon gauge on Fatal counters. Counter is lame. Does he mean counter is lame as like it doesn't do anything? Like normal counter? Because Fatal counter is like when you get hit in the air. Because when you get hit in the air, every counter hit is just turned into a fatal in the air. Anti-heat OS. Do you really need to know this? I guess, yeah. Because it gets used pretty high. It gets used in high level play. Self-explanatory, beats heat, loses the backdash or charge heat, can also bait some DPs. Anti-backdash OS, yeah, 2A2C, that's easy. 2B OS, 2B AD. Throw Tech OS will give the button you input. Most characters use 2B, but it depends as long as the move anti-airs, it works. And text throws. Most popular users are Vlav, Kolma, Tono, and Noel. People beat this by jumping neutral and making them whiff, or by using frame traps, yep. Shield, oh boy. Shield recovery depends on moon gauge. Above 50 is fast, below 50 is slow. You get one moon gauge for shielding, some get health back, but mostly recoverable health. Shield A is the most common offensive answer, punishable on block, loses the most safe jumps. This change was in August last year. Shield B will fatal reshield if the opponent has less than 50 moon gauge, or if they hold shield, yes. It is 0 on hit, scramble zone. Yeah, it's pretty scrambly. Many ways to counter. Chicken block, delay BC, moon drive, DP, Vlov 236A, etc. Overall pretty unsafe, especially if the opponent has moon gauge. Shield BC uses 50 moon gauge, has a direct counter in the form of reshield into BC or air shield into A. Mostly used for movement or to beat certain safe jumps that shield A won't beat. Defensive BC. If you get shielded, you can BC out by using 50% moon gauge. This number is not this value is not the same if you shield BC. If you shield BC, this value is not 50. It's like something else. It's like 35 or some shit. I forget what the number is, but it's not 50 if you shield someone and then BC them. If you get shielded, you can BC out by using 50 moon gauge. In most cases, you get out of jail free card, so you don't gotta guess. You can delay your shield follow-up or not do any follow-up at all. Delay is very popular to beat people reshielding just by tapping the shield button, as will beat them while they recover, but it's unsafe on block. Character breakdown. Archived. Very fast and really strong rushdown character. High health, has a down DP. Jump C is amazing, but it clashes. Has an overhead on charge 5B and unblockable on charge 5C. Big damage. Good mix-up. Lacks fireball, anti-zoning tools outside of arc drive and system mechanics. Arc drive is full screen, combo throw in the corner. Acts as the plus frames, but is easy to shield. A good arc will condition the opponent and then cycle through these options. 4BC is a lariat. You'll see it quite a bit. I hate the term lariat, by the way. Fucking Dragon Ball. Isn't that because the response catches shield and thus regains moon? That's true, but he's not talking about that. If he is, then he needs to like state that. But I think for most people, that's not knowing that is okay for the immediate situation. Okay. Akia. Offense Beast can slow the game down too. Passive trait is that she gets recoverable health that it throws. The move you see a lot is the ring. can move it backwards. Amazing normals, all the air ones are used. Some of the best anti-airs on 3BC and 623A. Yeah. Beast in the corner by using her EX ring in the high-low mix-up. She has trouble in neutral, but once she gets in, she doesn't stop. Arc Driver's command grab. EXDP is bad. Slow as hell. Buffed. Hits on frame 5 now. It's still bad, though. It's better. You only use EXDP when you know, like, you need to, like, reversal something. How would you call lariats instead? I don't know. That's the problem. Everyone just defaults something into moving across the screen as a lariat. CL, balanced character, many kinds of tools and solid neutral. I think this character is like mad good. Solid health, 2-2 input for DP, down. Black keys is a Rekka and CL's main tool in neutral and pressure. Has follow-ups that let her jump cancel. She can run up and throw at any point to discourage shielding. As a command grab, you'll mostly see in the corner followed by a Moondrive combo. Has a full screen tracking EX move, 2-3-6-C, yeah. Very good anti-zoning tool. Very standard pressure, not a lot of mix-up. Good anti-button in 2B. Anti-air button. He didn't finish that. Power TL, mostly called PCL or PC. Very, I'm not saying that. Very fast for the type of character she is, yep. Huge normals with questionable recovery with... It's not questionable, it's good that her big normals have recovery. Money Kips, thank you for the raid, thank you. What's up? Yeah, if her normals had less recovery, this character would be, like, insane. I'd be so mad if she had, like, less recovery on her big normals. Has access to the best special in the game, gun. Is that true? Let me think. Her 236A. Is it the best special move in the game? Oh my god. My Dropbox hard drive is almost full? That's not true. Why are you lying to me, Dropbox? What the fuck? I have not used up fucking 2 terabytes. Yeah, why are you lying to me, Dropbox? What the fuck? Anyway. I'm trying to think, is 236A the best special for... Because it's -4, but it has follow-ups that are safe usually. Let me think of Roa. Roa 214A. You can jump over it. At certain rates you can jump over, but you can follow up to be safe. I think it's like tied for best one, but I'd have to really think about that. It's really good though. Like 236A for PCL is like really good. That shit is so strong. Charge 2C is unblockable. Charge 5B and 236B charge are overheads. Yep. Most matchups she will control space and find her way in with jump C. True. Can't chain normals in the air. Thank God. 236C has armor. There's a version where she doesn't dash. True. ADP can combo meterless. Yes. It looks like a DP. If it doesn't say invulnerable, then you know it's ADP. It can also be jump cancelled. She dominates neutrals, so her offense isn't the strongest, relies on the opponent getting impatient. This is partially true. Hisui Kohaku. Mostly called Mei, Japan uses them as Hisui Koha. Characters from themselves are explained in their respective parts. Lowest health in the game after Neko. They recover health when they tag. Kohaku loses the ground Molotovs and he chains for Hisui assist. Very good. Kohaku becomes better in offense and neutral, has an overhead and a combo extender. Yes. Hisui loses item toss and gets more offensive tools. It's aight. Yeah, it's like okay. Hisui loses a lot of neutral presence for all offense. Because she can't item toss, I guess. Solo characters have faster ground movement speed than the maids. Big for Hisui, whatever Koha. Kohaku's main gimmick is tagging Hisui to set up bentos during 2-2C. That will cover Kohaku since bentos disappear when the character that set them up is hit. Since Kohaku's the character in front, the bentos won't disappear on hit, so the character must traverse the minefield. Hisui can grow Kohaku's plant with watering can. It's a meme. The main gimmick for Hisui setting up after knockdown going for unstable mix-ups with bento explosions. True. Noelle, balanced character. Really simple to use but very effective. Has a down-down input for DP. Has a key counter with 10 keys that replenish every round. Keys are really plus, also good for baiting options out of the opponent. Noelle has good 50-50s, many variations, has a bunch of overheads. Her Rekkas don't have many follows but have a dash cancel, which is minus even on hit. A lot of people don't know that actually. Her 2A is slower than most, but is 0 on block, which is, I think this is busted by the way. Because no one's 2A is plus on block in this game. So the most you'll get is like, this is just me saying shit out loud. Everyone's 2A is like at worst -1 on block. Like some will have like -2 or some shit, but you can chain it so it doesn't matter. But Noelle's 2A being 0 means she can kind of just do like 2A max range, not max range, like do 2A wait, 2A wait, 2A wait. She can do that. Hey, what's up, Sauce Boss? Yeah, Evo this year should be pretty good. Her 2B has 2 hits. The first one can catch IED and the second is long as fuck. It is. Mario. Fox calls him Bestina, but he's wrong. Everyone calls him Mario. What? Bro, what? Whatever. Puppet character. His air normal suck. Kinda. Ground buttons are stubby. Kinda. Sword Nun will follow him around, but also has a Punch Stun and Axe Nun. The last two are technically summons. They can only be one summon out on the screen at a time. This is true. So Sword Nun is always there. Punch Nun and Axe Nun and Polearm Nun technically are the different summons technically. Has cooldown with Sword Nun, so you can't just mash it. It's kind of true. 236A sends the Sword Nun forward, goes up to the opponent and hits twice. Yep. 214A sends the Punch Nun full screen. Yep. Charcum Nun is used for Oki situations. Yes. Charcrum covers him for many defensive options, so his offense is actually really, really scary if you put someone in the corner. I think this Nun is busted. Like, this special move is busted. The fact that you can't hit her, she sends out 2 if she charges. It can if you mash on Mario and it trades, he wins, unless it's like a way to put him in the air. Spider-Man, I just call it Whip Sling. Whip Sling lets Mario control airspace, but they're really big, but they aren't air unblockable. Yeah, it sucks. If they were air unblockable, I think he would be so, like, that shit would be terrifying. Thank God they're not. All air Nun summons can be blocked both ways, forwards or back. If someone gets hit, pure skill issue. You don't need that part. He used to have port priority issues, but Kimone is a merciful god. No need to bring it up anymore unless you're Magic Writer. Red Arcuid, aka Work. Long story on why it's called that. Yeah, I don't know if I should be calling her Red Arcuid, but I'll just call her Red Arcuid. Neutral Dominator. Yeah, she's pretty good. Good health, bad defense. I mean, she has fuzzy 5. She has like fuzzy 5A EXDP. That's fine enough. No good anti-air button, and her EXDP is slow. True. JB is literally best air button in the game. 5 frames, just like a jet, but huge and hits twice. It's 5 frames? Yeah, this move's busted. 2C, Charge C is an unblockable. Charge 5B is an overhead that has armor. I don't know why this shit has armor. This is fucking stupid. Charge 5C has armor and is huge, not an overhead though. Thank God. Like, having 2 armored overheads would be busted for this character. Like, these 2 things alone, like, if I played this character, I would just abuse the fuck out of these 2. Really good moon gauge, really moon gauge dependent because of amazing moon skills on 6BC, 4BC, and takeoff. See below. You'll see her charge a lot. 7BC is amazing. Eject button. Sends warp flying and disengages immediately. Also good for punishing people trying to push offense. If they shield you, you die. True, because it's moon skill. J2C can be Kara cancelled, plinked into J4BC, 7BC to get the air momentum of J2C while it's still doing the rings, mostly using combos. Oh, that's very specific. You don't need this. Has good teleports, but actually her mix-up isn't the greatest. Kind of true. Worst mid-screen throw in the game. Low damage, no knockdown, but it's amazing in the corner. It's the same as fucking Arcuid's. Or is her damage lower than Arcuid's based off that? Let's see. She struggles at regaining momentum, but she doesn't have a life lead. It can be difficult to be scary with her. True. That's like, that's partially true. Because like, her only real overhead that's not an air dash is like Charge 5B. Ugh. But then she has her Charge 2CC, but that's reactable. In a vacuum, it's reactable. In a vacuum. So that's why it's different. Kohaku, mostly called Koha. I call her Kohaku. Mixed between long pokes and tricky setups, her air buttons are really solid and cover a lot of ground. 6BC is one of the strongest moon skills, really fast, covers a lot of ground. This is true. It's so hard to punish this move. I don't think you can punish this move at like max range. You'd have to like whiff punish it, and even then that's hard. Has one of the worst DPs in the game. Can be tricky to punish if the opponent doesn't know how to. I mean, so the EX Molotov cocktail, it's only bad if you don't know how to punish it. Otherwise, it's like, you just get free pressure. Because if they fuck up the punish, they get hit. If they don't punish, you're just out. So it's like, it requires specific ways, like a very specific timing with shield. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. They just fucking fuck it up and they die. Plant Oki makes her mix up really strong as they make her meaty setup really safe after a knockdown. Used to be one of the worst characters, but got many buffs on the last patch. High damage with her Molotovs now. Yeah, she has high damage. Her damage is really high. Her 3C is really good, has a back hitbox. Yep. Miyako, Rushdown. Really meter dependent for hit confirms. Meter is required for corner carry knockdowns or melee confirms. Amazing pressure. Has a cross up and an overhead that needs to be well spaced. Little shoe. Goes full screen and can actually punish projectiles on reaction. Her 214X has armor, a little slow on start, however. You have to charge this, I think. I think you have to charge the 214 to get armor. A ton of her normals move her forward, most notably 5B and 5C. Yep. Has a combo throw. She builds a lot of bar from it and good damage after the last patch. Yep. Has unblockable setups. Well, she only has the one. It's just 2-2B and the charge 2C. Charge EX stomp. Only way to get out is to wake up shield or DP. Miyako can space herself to be safe, yeah. Koma. Japan calls him Kishima. Most people call him Koma, yeah. Equivalent for a grappler or brawler with very strong command grab and armor and slow, yep. Slowest character in the game, yep. Best defense in the game, has access to reversals on both sides so you can fight 50-50s. Yeah, this shit is annoying. Only character with a non-3C head invul move, yep. 2B is one of the best buttons in the game. It really is. Charge 5C is a command grab, can be shielded high. Koma can guarantee the command grab with 2-2A and Moon Drive. The opponent has to guess whether the guard cancel or not. True, that shit is annoying. Records have a lot of recovery, but he spaced himself really well. Yep. Lost records and overhead. 2-2X has armor properties. Yep. Charge Jump C has armor instead of class frames. Shit, yeah. 3C goes far. Yes. 214A is a command grab. Yeah, throw invul and work as his combo enter in a way to get mix up, build meter, or set armor. 2C gives him 4 seconds of armor. They really haven't nerfed it. God damn. This should be like 3 seconds. Like, I think you just make, at worst, make that shit 3 seconds. At best, make that shit 2 seconds. Anyway, Arc Drive is frame 0 command grab. Yeah, this shit's annoying. So Koma, Akia, and technically Dantes have frame 0 command grab Arc Drives, where if you're not jumping when they're point blank, you're dead. 214C is a command grab, but can be jumped after a flash, yeah. 214B has armor on startup and a delay grab. Tono Shiki, mostly called Tono. Shiki is fine too, but maybe not in the future, yeah. Well, to be fair, Akia is Tono Akia, so that's a different distinction. All-rounder, solid neutral, and buttons. Mostly focuses on frame trap and rebeats of pressure, yep. His knife buttons do chip damage, yep. Lots of 50-50s, true. 2C is the best sweep in the game. What's Kohaku's? Is it 8? If it's 8, then it's like then Tono has the best sweep in the game. Milty. Type Lumina. Kohaku. 2C. 2C is 9. He has the fastest sweep in the game. Fuck this character. Anyway, 2B is a contender for one of the best anti-air dash tools in the game, and one of the best buttons to match to. 7 frames and the follow-up after is 6 frames. 2B is probably one of the best. It's like, think of it like Koma's 2B, but specifically for low to the ground air dashes. Because if you're air dashing low to the ground, he will just obliterate you. This shit is busted. Jumpy can hit twice. Jumpy hits twice, can cross up at the second hit. Kinda. Charge 5C is unblockable. And Moondrive is unblockable moves, Charge 5C and 236 BC. His Charge 5C and his Arc Drive become faster. I don't know why his Arc Drive becomes faster. 236B is an amazing lariat, air unblockable and free combo after. 236A is really fast and can give combo situations. 24B is hard-coded to always be -1 regardless of spacing. Yeah, this fucks up a lot of people. 24A needs to be well spaced, mostly used as frame trap. Both slides have a follow-up that conditions people to take their turn immediately. His 2-2 moves are hidden behind his level 3. If he gets around with level 3, he'll get non-install, yeah. 2-2A is an overhead and can be feigned with 2-2A charge, yep. 2-2B goes really far and is a low. It's the one where he like goes half screen and slashes. That shit's a low. 2-2C, the cheese slicer, A unblockable and -1 unblock. I always thought this was spaced to be like plus, but I was always wrong. So I always take this back. If I ever said 2CC was plus, I was mistaken. I am sorry. But this move being air unblockable is hilarious. Yeah, he also got buffed like crazy in the patch in May. Mihail Roa Valmion. We call him Roa and do not dare call him something else. Okay. Neutral Dominator and Rushdown heavy character. Really strong air dash for IED pressure. Amazing rebeat pressure. A lot of normals generally frame trap to or move him forward. Solid 50-50 after his throw. You are legally bound to say El Vampiro whenever he throws and his multiple EX enders. Some of the highest practical damage in the game. 236A is a really fast lunge. I just call it tackle. I just call it tackle. 236C tracks. Yeah, it's just like CL's 236C. You throw a projectile from full screen, you better have Moon Drive if he has meter. 6BC is fast and goes really far. Erases slight, yeah, it'll delete you. 214A is a long projectile with insane recovery and huge rewards on hit or block. 214B covers a descending angle in front of him, used when expecting the opponent to come from the air. Yep. 4BC covers a lot of ground and it's a good tool to check the opponent trying to hold forward. Insane rewards on hit. There is a weird dead zone if you are in the air. 214C is one of the best EXs in the game. Yep. Allowing Roa to save himself if a needle misses, gives him hit confirms from his other needle, and allows him pressure on block. Jump 236A is jump cancelable for whatever reason. Really good for air stalling. Jump 236B is really plus on block, mostly used after 6C. I don't know why this shit is so plus on block. BDP can be EX cancelable on hit and gives a mix-up after on top of really good pressure. Overall thought to be a top tier character because amazing tools for every matchup, huge rewards, and ability to maintain space safe most of the games. Most of the times. Nah. I believe he's the best character in the game, but that's a different discussion. Vlov Archangel. Only called Vlov. Main zoner, fire mode, first round switches to ice mode when losing. Fire mode has slow projectiles that are plus on block, easy shield. Ice has fast projectiles all around, loses a bit of offensive pressure. No 5-frame button, 5A is 7 frames. Very good, very long normals, 5B, 5C. His 2C is kind of fast too. Good anti-air in 2B. His safe jump beats all shield follow-ups. Yeah, I can't believe this, by the way. Strong air dash for pressure. His 214A is a low record that is air unblockable, moves him pretty far and is really fast. It's also big. His 214A is huge, because when he swipes the ground first... Alright, see you soon, Tenno. When his 214A swipes the ground for the low, you need to be blocking low, and then if it whiffs, you have to not jump because it's tall as fuck. 214B is a little bit slow, but it's also air unblockable. 214C is his main air unblockable tool, mostly used when the opponent blocks an air projectile. 22X summons a flame carpet that goes full screen or ice. 22A is a mid, the follow-up is a low. 22B is a low. 22C, big shoe, is really fast and a good punisher. 22B has notorious recovery, really safe to use and really hard to contest even in the ground, mostly noticeable in the ice round. Builds a lot of resources and is amazing at building them back, most notably Moon Gauge. Like Roa, he's really safe because of mini cancel options when missing a projectile. Dead Apostle Noel, also known as DA Noel or Dan. Just call her DA Noel if you can't say Dead Apostle Noel. Hybrid Zone and Rushdown, amazing movement and air dash, yep. Stubby normals, Her 2B is huge, her 5B is kind of big for anti-air. Her 2C is big, her 5C is kind of big. Her jump C is big too, I feel, but that's different. It can set bells to 214X. The move got really buffed last patch and allows her to control space. I don't know why they buffed fucking 214. Oh my god, that move is so good. Anyway, when she uses 22A, 22B, or 2BC, the bells will also create a hitbox similar to the one she creates with her staff, and then the bells disappear. Using 22C keeps the bells in place. Some of the best mix-up in the game due to the cross-up break setup she can loop. Yeah, she can do it so easily. 2B is amazing, good range, and is a low. Last patch, yep. ADP goes far and mostly used after dashing in. Is jump cancelable as well, so if you block her ADP, she can jump cancel, but some characters can punish it. 63B hits both ways, however, is a slow reversal and tends to lose to anti-heat OS quite a bit. She can charge a projectile so they can stay in place for a bit, then go for it after a little. 4BC is an overhead. They made that faster too, I don't know why. Hisui, rushdown character, has some good tools to slow matchups if needed. A really fast dash, long air buttons, jump A, jump B, jump C are strong and give good rewards on hit. Yeah, all her air buttons are good, that's crazy, right? Good at guard breaking opponents and meeting them in the air with an attack, yep. 4BC throws a lot of projectiles. The player can choose what type of items are thrown. Yeah, because being able to choose what you want out of moon skill projectiles is broken. Because you can choose anti-air, anti-air dash, anti-ground, like anti-dash, all at the same time. And it's just, they're just like, oh shit, I just have to block. I have to hold this. So you're like, yeah, good shit. Blah, 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 blah. Charge 5C travels really far and is good for forcing her way in. A lot of recovery so the opponent can jump as a read punish. This actually, you have to jump early. Because if you jump too late, she'll anti-air you with the chair and you just explode. You just fucking evaporate. Really strong unblockables with 623C after an auto combo, giving her high-low throw. Really strong block string, excuse me. Giving her high-low throw mix-ups everywhere. The opponent can guard cancel heat to stop this, but the Hisui can predict this and use the cake instead to punish the guard cancel. She can also space out her block string to make it so that if you heat at any point during the EX Dust activation, it will always whiff if she spaces it correctly. It will always whiff no matter what. 4B can be charged to an unblockable that barely does any damage. However, she has setups where the barely any damage will kill you. She can guarantee the unblockable, so it's good around any of the opponents at pixel. Oh, there you go. She also has setups where the bento and the cake explosion cover the screen so you cannot see the high-low. Yeah, it's really good. Good 50-50 after air throw. Ushi Wakumaru, aka Ushi Japan calls her Ushi Waka. I will always say Ushi Wakamaru. Almost always. Mix-up heavy character relies a lot on gimmicks, kinda. Lowest health in the game, ignoring Neko. Yeah, it's pretty bad. No reversal. Technically a reversal is arc drive because it's invincibility. Above average damage, yep. Weak 3C, yep. Small 5A, 2A, 2A is slower than most, true. Has a fast fall and a lot of teleports in the air. They have invul now. To do extra teleport moves, charge, jump 2C becomes a pogo stick as she can drift her movement from there, true. BDP is a good way to check people in neutral if she has meter. Weak to clashes, jump 236C and moondrive are her only options, true if they clash. 623X are air unblockable. This is really, like, the fact that those are air unblockable is so strong for her because people are always fucking jumping in this game. So if you clip somebody, you just get a big confirm. And like her average damage is really high too. Her fast falls help us that invul thanks to last pass, so it's really hard to actually contest her. Yup, thank you. You can EX cancel teleports, yup. So it makes it like, oh, I'm gonna fucking swing on your teleport, bitch. And she's like, yeah, guess what, I hit you. 236A is has an overhead follow-up that's plus on block, a frame trap that is punishable, or different teleports. You know, her run, when she runs at you, like the command run, if it hits you, she gets to do whatever. If you block it, she has a delayed follow-up that's plus or kills you for mashing. It's not safe if she does it immediately, but if she spends meter, it becomes safe after. Jump 236 is plus a block, yep. 236B charge is an overhead, yep. 236B is a low, yep. ADP, 4BC, 214A, and 3BC can be canceled into the air teleports, yep. 4BC is one of the best moon skills in the game, agreed. Her arc drive tracks so she can do it in the air, yup. 50-50 meterless after air throw, not many characters have this, yup. Her game plan is really similar to Naya and the old Melties because it's a character with high-risk gimmicks, at times good reward, but most of the times bad. I think she's fine in this game. I think it's still too much comparison to like the characters that kind of just like do shit, where it's like her movement is her best options. Like she moves so fucking fast, you just whiff punish people for free, but you have to have that mindset when you play her. Neko arc, shout out to Salt Prophet. Shout out to Salt Prophet. Can either play zoning or rushdown. Item character like Faust Teddy. Only reverse beat in the game. Her 4.5A that leaves her at +0. That's crazy, by the way. Lowest health, some of the lowest reward per hit in the game. Around B&B around 3.8 with 1 bar, 3.3 with 0. Probably less than that. 214 X Rocket is abusable and you'll see it off it. True. It also has a misfire though. 63B and 63C DPs, they're both throwable. That's funny. I always find that funny. Neutral is gimmicks and zoning, but she has tons of frame traps and plus frames. Yep. Neutral is just trying to get in so she can frame trap you. Subpar normals, yep, because they're fucking small. Has access to tons of unblockable setups with air blocked 236X, laser beam, or rocket for little damage and some Oki. 214 BC and 2 charge 2B fully unblockable can be set up easily. If she gets inflation ender, she gets to spin the serious Oki will, which can be scary. She has 4 remix. Yeah, she has 4 remix after EXDP. It's hilarious. RNG, not truly random. Heat, Moondrive, low health, improve the rarity of what she gets, as well as having a gotcha pity mechanic. Lots of bad pulls improve chances of good pull, and vice versa. Yep. Infinite cross of protection when crawling on the ground. Builds resources very fast. Yeah, her good B&B gives her almost 100. Summon pokes give moon pips. Lasers hit a billion times. Has items that straight up give her full bar. Yep. Crouching does not change her hitbox, thank God. VTuber install gives her passive buster up through super chats. It's a rare pull, rank A from 421 A and C. Laser safe on block for all sizes. Really? Oh, the last patch made them safer. Huh. Unsafe on whip, but a whiff cancelable. Yep. Throw does not knock down. You can tech. Mashu. Balanced character like Tono. Unlike Tono, she has good air pressure too thanks to dive kicks. Slow normals actually misses on some punish. Her normals push back a lot. Her pressure is very basic, yeah. 63A is her second fastest move at 6 frames. Yeah, she'll DP a lot. Because if you don't meteor correctly, she'll do her ADP and clip you. If she clips you, she gets like a big ass confirm. If it whiffs, I think she gets the jump cancel. I gotta check again. Charging Star has a ton of class frames. She can react with EXDP. 4 BC is a good moon skill. Low crushes a lot of moves and has the best starter. Jump cancelable on block. Yep. Jump 214 or plus on block and uses throw bait. Yeah, the one where she like flips in the air and smashes her shield down. 228 goes far, uses a long poke thanks to last patch. Her dive attacks are punishable unless EX cancelled. Yeah. So like every time she dives from the air to the ground where she like does like a 45-degree angle thing, they're all punishable unless she does Moondriver EX. Saber. Redstone character. Best rec compression in the game. Best dive kick in the game. Her approach is deadly because of charge MC, jump A, and all her dive kicks. Solid mix-ups after throw. Higher than average damage. Her safe jumps beat all shield follow-ups. Only loses to Tono's arc drive in the corner. Yeah, her safe jump actually beats every shield follow-up in the game. Because like, if you see Infinity play, he does it where he does like charge MC at max range. You shield it, you cannot do anything about it. A follow-up whiffs, B follow-up, he gets the chicken block and kill you. BC follow-up, he gets the block. He doesn't have to worry about reshielding you. Like she could just do that. Her dash cancel Rekkas and use... She can dash cancel her Rekkas and use throw to cancel overhead into another Rekka. She has a low on Rekka 2 and can overhead on Rekka 3 if she wants to. 421C punishes a lot of moves, travels really far. Yep. 22C is air unblockable and plus. You didn't see that. Only access to EX reversals. On heat, her sword is revealed. Sword normals do chip damage, and she does more damage overall. She gets a 1.1 bonus modifier. She gets a 1.15? Yeah, I think it's 1.15 bonus modifier when she's in heat. Everybody else gets a 1.1. In blood heat, she gets 1.25, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas everybody gets a 1.2. Her arc drive beats safe jumps and many types of setups like Hisui, Bentos, Amari, Chakrams. She cannot use those tools versus... They cannot use those tools versus her. True. Alco. Neutral Dominator, Mix-Up Character, Zoner, Create Model, the Can Opener. Most room for character expression. Can be played anyway depending on the situation and playstyle. 3 jumps and 2 air dashes by default. Has negative edge orbs and proximity orbs. For negative edge, she does the objection. For proximity, she sends them forward. Proximity orbs can be destroyed by buttons. Negative edge cannot. Can combo off throw with orbs. Best overhead in the game. It's 0 on block? Really? That's fucking stupid. Only overhead in the game with no flash. Yep. And Neko has the other one. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Strong projectile on A laser, B laser, and Moonskill laser. Can jump cancel her charged orb set. Yep. Overhead on BDP and charge 6C. 2 BC and 228 cover a lot of space. Yep. 1 BC sets 2 negative edge orbs. They can be destroyed with buttons like proximity orbs. This I didn't know. I didn't know this, actually. Amazing buttons on jump A, jump B, crosses up, and 2B like Tono. Only real reversal is EXDP. Access to many types of mix-ups, high-lows, cross-up breaks, etc. Hardest character in the game by far, a lot of things to manage at the same time. The Count of Monte Cristo. Mostly called Dantes or the Count. Dante works if you like memes. Okay, we should probably delete this. Anyway. Jack of all trades character. Every meaningful tool in the game. Beams, Rekka, DP, Lariat, but all weaker for the most part. 5C, 2C are long and multi-hitting. No 5-frame button. 4C is airborne. 4C cancels mostly in the air laser or Superman punch. Good corner carry. Good 50-50s. High damage because he can use 2 wall bounces very effectively. A laser is like Alco with more follow-ups. B laser is a 2-hit beam. Full screen, kind of slow. Rekka's kind of slow. Bad recovery, but last patch fixed that. Yeah, it did. Thank God. He has a high-low command grab ender on his Rekka, which you can react to those, but it's hard. 214B is like Tono's 236B, but slower and travels less distance, but works exactly like the same like Tono's. Oh, B Rekka. Jump 214A keeps Dantes in place. Jump 214B keeps him behind. A Superman punch in place. B Superman punch puts him back. Arc drive is a command grab. 0 frames, travels far. Backwards movement is weak, yeah, because his backdash is shitty. 2C is plus, yep. It's a Raging Storm. Weak air-to-air game doesn't get many confirms. I don't know about that. Oh, is that it? Okay, that's it. So for me, all of this, I already know. Like, I know, well, besides, like, the stuff that happened in the last patch, I know pretty much everything that's in here already. Because, like, I've said most of this shit, and I already know, like, I know like 90% of this shit already. But this is for everybody else who's just like, you know?